Tell you, they really do a nice job. They came in here with no preparation. They arrived at 3:30 this afternoon after playing last night. Um, got on the bus yesterday at 11 o'clock after taking their last final exam. Bussed over to Waco and took Baylor to overtime, the 13th ranked team in the country. Had no preparation whatsoever for us, and I think you've got to applaud their effort and the grit of those kids. The fact that they had 9 turnovers. In fact, their coach played them to the very end, the final buzzer. Still trying to figure out a way to go win. I think it's a team that will. They've lived on the road against really good teams. You know, they played Auburn. The next night they went down and played LSU and lost by 10, beat Auburn by 22, played Baylor to overtime. I think it's a team that will be in the tournament. They're out funding their program right now. I think that our guards did a pretty good job on Jalen West, who can start for anybody in our conference. Daquan Hicks presented the same problems that we faced against the University of New Orleans, undersized 6'7" guy who scored on 4 inbounds plays, which is troublesome. Got the ball to the rim at will. He was 9 for 19. And we had, again, a hard time matching down. As a result, we had to play some zone just to give our big guys a chance to hang around in the game. Vince Hunter is going to be a terrific player one day. He's a guy I think's got a chance to go on if he'll continue to mature, continue to grow, continue to work on all phases of his game. He's going to be great. The rebounding is what he does best. Played very solid. He's trying to figure out how to stay in games without being disqualified. But it gives us a little different athlete than we've had in the past, and I thought he played very well. Like the fact that Bohannon had 10 rebounds in the first half. I think that's kind of easier to do when you're playing 6'6" and 6'5" in the post. We've got to go do that with our bigs against more size, which we'll see up in Pullman day after tomorrow. CJ played a good floor game for us tonight, no turnovers. We had 9 turnovers from our other 2 guards. We want them to clean that up. We just are still not converting enough open floor situations, 3-on-2, 2-on-1, 4-on-3, where we just make poor decisions. We try to do too much, or can't make the proper read, can't make the defender commit and just make a simple handoff to the next guy. It looks like we don't work on it, but believe it or not, we do. You know, we spend a lot of time on it. Felt like there'd be some opportunities in the open floor. We tried to play as fast as we possibly could in transition tonight. Oftentimes, our inbounder, who got the ball off the board, would throw it away or turn and travel. And again, an area that we've got to shore up our skill development somewhat. But all in all, it's a win. You know, when you lose like we did the other night, you're worried that you can come back out and lay another egg. And we've got a very difficult stretch. 3 games in 5 days. We come back to the Sun Bowl tournament where we've got a Denver team whose last 3 wins are against Colorado State, Wyoming, and Belmont. Belmont has beaten North Carolina at North Carolina. So even though some of these teams don't have great name recognition for our old ball club right now, they're going to pose a challenge. Do y'all have any questions you want to ask?
Despite the possibility of tired legs, you still held one of the top scoring teams in the off the 12 below their average. Talk about your defensive effort.
Well, I thought we played solid. You know, I thought we played okay, other than on Hicks. I think they were the ones that had the tired legs, having played last night, and I thought they were very resilient.
Safe to say turnovers kind of kept them in the game for a second.
Yeah, you know, they had a game this year where they forced 29 turnovers in a game. They're 6th in the country in steals right now. They're 18th in the country in block shots, which you wouldn't believe with the size that they have, that they would be able to block shots with the schedule that they've played. They create more possessions than every team in the country except for one in the games, and they present their own challenges.
Overall, what do you take from a victory like this going into a Pullman?
Well, just that we are going to have to bounce back quickly. We're going to have to learn how to win on the road. I don't know that effort will get you a road win that we did tonight, just in terms of the turnovers. Never had a team turn it over like that and go win on the road. So we have to play with more poise. We would like to duplicate the defensive effort from the twos and the threes, and the fact that we kept them off the line for the most part were all positives. I think that in our shooting percentage, we took quality shots. We just have to play better in the open floor. If we can't, then we're just going to have to start squeezing it and bringing it out and walking the ball up the floor, which I don't want to do.
You already talked about Vince Hunter. Athletically, where does he rank within the teams you've coached?
Well, he's as good an athlete as I've coached, particularly for big guys. And that's any level. That's at the NBA level. That's at the college level. He's different. He's different athletically, and I think Vince's challenge is that he has to figure out how to use that athleticism by sustaining and growing in stance, and he's already 80% better than he was 3 weeks ago in terms of effort. And when he learns to channel that and really bring that effort full speed in terms of sprinting off the ball, he's going to put himself in position to get more boards and to also go back and defensive rebound and block shots. But he's a great young talent who's only going to get better.
Coach, 21 assists tonight?
Yeah, like it. Yeah, for 29, what was it, 29 field goals? Yeah, that's a very good percentage. Could have been much better too, as I talked about with some of the turnovers. I thought we used and exercised pretty good poise late with a lead. We hadn't been in that situation since the Tennessee game, where we've had to think about using a little clock. Wanted to leave Vince out there in those situations to see if he could do that, and I thought we handled the press much better than we did, say it, against Tennessee. So there were some positives.
They're not a very good three-point shooting team, but they had some pretty good looks. Were you guys trying to bait them into shooting threes?
Well, we wanted to load up the lane because who they are is they're a team that likes to drive. They like to drive it. So we knew that there were going to be looks at the three-point line. We didn't want them to be able to, go out there and sing the national anthem before they shot it. But we wanted to recover and get back out to them. But sometimes they had a little more time than we wanted them to have in terms of releasing that ball.
What you think about it? Yourself and for the team, how'd y'all play?
I think for myself, I think I need to move the ball more. And I told my coach I had a few turnovers getting back in, holding the ball, trying to make some plays. But overall, I think we did very good. Our bigs rebounded the ball, and we helped as much as we could. But we got to work on that and keep our turnovers down.
Talk about the defense that's for a team that's coming in averaging 88.5 points to just under 60 with 5 minutes to play.
The coach came in with a great game plan like always, and we just sat in and played our box and shaded, and we did a very good job.
What do you feel like y'all need to do on the road Saturday?
We need to play defense, rebound, take good shots, take care of the ball, and play together.
You got to be every game, every day, every practice, man. We saw what happened in the game prior to this when we came out flat, and we kind of, didn't come ready to play, and we can't, obviously it can't be like that on the road, but, we're a veteran team, and it shouldn't be no problem for us to get up and play on the road.
Talk a little bit about the rebound. Boards pretty good tonight.
Oh yeah, we had the size advantage and we took advantage of it, on the boards. I mean, that's the bottom line. We got one of the best athletes in the country here in Vince, and I'm just trying to do my job and grab as many boards as I can.
You've been on the road a bunch of times. What do you feel like's important for you and for these other guys?
Well, for us, we just got to bring the defensive intensity on the road, man, and we got to cut down on those turnovers we had tonight. And I feel like we'll be all right. We're a veteran team, like I said, and just play with the poise. We know how to play, and we just gotta transfer our poise that we show at times to the road, and we'll be okay.